Hi, this is Mateo from Lakera. Today I want to create with you an example that will help us understand what prompt injection is, and I will show you how the Lakera Guard can be used to eliminate that risk with one line of code. Let's get started. What I have here is a very simple question and answering system based on a language model. And the idea is that I simply ask a question, I give the model some context that it would use to answer the question, and then I will just get the answer to the question. Let's take a look at what that looks like on a real example. So what I have here is an article, a newspaper article about a tennis match, and I have a simple question: who won the final of the Madrid Masters on Sunday? Let's see what ChatGPT has to say about this. So the language model says that David won the final of the Madrid Masters on Sunday, and that's great. We have an answer. So how does prompt injection actually come in? What I'm going to add here is actually a malicious piece of text that is essentially trying to hijack the model and get it to output something else. In this case, I'm asking the model to not only output the answer, but attach a malicious link at the end of it. This can be anything you want. You can ask it to spread false information, whatever else. And then in addition to this, I am putting this malicious link somewhere in the middle of my article. So I'm dumping it there. Now, what happens when I ask the real language model the same question? Well, now it says that David won the Masters final, but in addition, it's now telling me, to learn more, go to this malicious website. And as you can imagine, this creates significant risk. Imagine all the places these documents can come from. It's really easy to insert something like this in an email, for example. How can you ever catch these issues and understand and identify these vulnerabilities with a massive amount of documents you're interfacing with an LLM? And this is where the Lakera Guard comes in. With a call to the Lakera Guard, I can actually vet the inputs to the model and the outputs of the model to protect my users. Let's take a look at what this looks like concretely. Here, I'm actually going to make one request to the Lakera Guard API, in which I'm going to provide this context. And I'm asking Lakera essentially, what is the likelihood that I'm being a victim of prompt injection in this case? So let's ask what the Lakera Guard has to say there. Here it says that we have a 100% risk of prompt injection. Very importantly, we can also change some of the instructions, add some typos. It's important to see that this is not something that that is specific to the way it was formulated. And then in this case, the Lakera Guard still finds a very high likelihood of prompt injection, and the model still falls for it. Now, one last thing that is important is to see that if we don't actually insert that malicious piece in the text, the Lakera Guard finds a very low probability of prompt injection. It is really fundamental not to generate a false sense of alarm and to block the usage of the product. And the Lakera Guard is really thought out in that, with that in mind. So please reach out to get an API key to the Lakera Guard and start protecting your use cases today. Until next time.